Hey guys, Up7 here. This video isn't necessarily going to be a big deep dive project, but I will occasionally glance to check out what's going on with the mystery models when I'm looking at main lines or going through what my Walmart or my Target's got for Hot Wheels, and I'll be constantly reminded of how much better of an experience that getting mystery model cars used to be versus the way it is now. And I'll open up a few at the end of this video of the bagged cars where the way they've been for about a decade now, and I think longer than that. So it started in like 13 or 14. But back when it was a carded, like traditionally styled Hot Wheel for like maybe another 50, 75 cents, I think it was a lot more fun because you set the scene, you're like a younger kid, you can even any age collector, and you walk up to the pegs, you got the regular mainline assortment. It's what you expect. You got the full card, you can tell what you're getting. And then to the right or left, you got some similarly styled Hot Wheels. They're on the regular card, but they got this black question mark, and you can't tell what you're getting, and it's conspicuous. And this is about the time of Hot Wheels video games being at their peak, or a little bit after that time. And it all just kind of clicked as a kid from that era, playing these games. Like, oh, this is like a locked car. This is pretty cool. So you'll get a couple of those, and they were more, I guess, interesting, maybe for me because I wasn't familiar with them from seeing them all the time, but interesting assortments and paint schemes and models, and it was like the whole unlocked mainline list of Hot Wheels. And they did that from 06 to 08, and it was much more interesting than the mismatched assortments of half opened up cars, and you got some from one assortment and they were in the wrong box, and it's all opened up top and the feeder dispenser's broken. It's much worse now than it was. So I'm curious to know what you guys think, and if it would be that difficult for Hot Wheels and Mattel to go back to the way things were with the old school packaging. Okay, so here we got a bagged mystery model. This one is not including that little window that lets you see which car's inside of it, which I prefer it to not have the little window. And if you need to know what's inside of it, there's some sort of code that's not wicked easy to decipher to discourage people from doing it in the store and leaving the garbage cars that nobody wants, but no window helps with that. These cars for years have, like I said, come with the sticker, and it's like a logo. It used to be the car itself. Now it's a logo, Hot Wheels logo. But here's what I got. I will say that the mystery model, maybe it's just because I'm not familiar with seeing any of them on the pegs, they tend to have interesting paint schemes. Like here, yeah, we got Electro Silhouette, and then a Hot Wheels sticker logo that matches. Here's one that does have the viewing window, from I think a slightly newer assortment than that other. It seems to alternate. And then, you know, we're just seeing it's a little plastic bag. You lose the interesting kind of conspicuous regular card, but with the blacked out window, which I think is so much cooler looking. It has a lot more aura, if you will. I think this is Drift Rod that I just got. Front end looks a lot like a Stingray Corvette, first gen or third gen Corvette, now that I see it. And the little sticker that comes with. I don't mind the sticker edition, but I think that the OG packaging that we'll see here, yeah. See, isn't that much cooler? Doesn't that look so much more exciting if you're like a kid seeing this in the store? It's a regular Hot Wheel that you expect, but blacked out. It's like an actual locked car in a video game. I think there was a way to tell what was in the packaging with these two, but as a kid, I bet nobody knew how to do it. And I think it was a lot less common for these to be skimmed through and taken off the top. Like if you were looking for one in particular or a certain chase. These were part of the instant win on HotWheels.com too, so I'll mess around with that sticker in a second. Leave the car over there for the surprise. Yeah, this was not coming off well. Can't even get my code 20 years later for fun. There it is for anybody that wants it. You're welcome. And see what we got. Got the 19. We got the 2003 trademarked casting. This is the C6 Corvette though. So this came out in Hot Wheels form a few years or a year and a half before it hit the actual market, which is something that you'll see. Like the Audi R8 concept, the Stingray concept, the Corvette concept. So let me know what you guys think. When I look back on that, I think that they made it so you can see which car was in the blister to prevent theft. But in my experience, it just leads to people being more easily able to know what's in the package before they leave the store, check around, and rip open what you want, leave the crap all over the place. So, I don't know. I've always thought that I'd be a lot more interested in mystery models if they went back to the way they were. Let me know if you guys agree. I think that even to a kid today, the blacked out blister is a much more intriguing form of packaging.